Guys, what's up? Jessica Yarbrough. Listen, one of my team members just asked me to record a video and I did it for her, and right after I was like, man, I got to share this with my audience. So I'm going to do something better for you guys. I'm going to go in depth, go all in, and show you guys how to make a ton of money in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Guys, this could be 25K, 50K, 100K, $500,000. I'm not going to put any limits on you. Literally, a client told me today his goal that he set was $350,000 in 6 weeks. Is it possible? Absolutely. So first of all, I'm going to teach you like kind of the framework, the 5 steps that you can apply right away and apply it to your 30, 60, or 90-day goals. First, I want you just to pick a goal. You know, what is your goal real quick? Because if we know what our goal is, like we know where we're going, we know what the, you know, like what the end result is, it's much easier to get there. Because what we want to do is pick your goal and then we're going to reverse engineer it. Okay? So if you know, for example, that my goal is I want to make, let's just say, $100,000 in the next 2 months. Okay, so we've got 60 days. We've got to figure out how to price your products and services to get there. Now, the one thing you're not going to hear me talk about is funnels, paid advertising, or selling a digital product. That's great, more power to you if that's what you want to sell. That's not what this is about. This is kind of the low tech way. You guys know that I'm focused on high ticket sales, and all the other stuff is great, but you need traffic, you need leads. It takes a lot of effort. What I want to teach you guys today is really how to come up with a minimum of a 10K product. Why? Because that means we got to sell 10. What I would love to see you do is have a 25K product, because then you need to sell 4. Again, we're talking about maybe $100,000 that you set for your goal in the next 2 months. So you got 60 days, 25K, that means 4, that means 2 per month. If you've got 10K product, that's 5 per month. Guys, please, we are not talking about courses or membership sites or anything like that today. This could be a group program, it could be private, it could be done for you. It doesn't matter, okay? And if you're like, oh my gosh, Jessica, I could never do that, I'm struggling to sell a $3,000 package, please pay attention, because I'm going to teach you these 5 steps, and I'm going to tell you guys it's way easier to sell a $30,000 product than it is a 3. And if you guys are struggling to sell a $3,000 product, you're probably marketing to the wrong people. There's a lot of broke people marketing to other broke people, and everybody's just trying to, you know, they're fighting for the scraps. Guys, change your market, change your message, change your position. But first, let's come up with what is your goal. This is your individual goal, and think about it like this. What is the highest ticket you can sell to get your goal? Okay, so you got that number in your mind. Does everybody have it? If you have it, just give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts. Let me know if you're watching this live or watching the replay. So $100,000 is our goal, or whatever your goal is, and the time frame. Okay, what are the steps that you need to take in order to achieve this result? Okay, it's definitely possible. Okay, it doesn't require a launch, a 50-step funnel, a 20-step email series, or dumping a bunch of money in ads. We're going to get you really, really clear. Okay, so the first thing we want you to do is let's just make sure that you are here, that you're playing in your edge. Okay, here's a really common scenario. A lot of people are out here and you do all these different things, right? And here's where you're good at. This is where you're good at. Okay, because you're going to suck at 85% of the things out there. Or maybe you take initiative, you're an action taker like me, and you're like, hey, if I don't know something, I'm just going to roll up my sleeves, I'm going to figure out how to do it. And I might not even like doing it, but I know how to do it, and I know how to do it good enough, right? We don't want you doing that, guys. Stop doing that. Okay, we want you here. This is your edge, okay? This is 5%, 10% of the things that you are freaking great at. Jared, like, right, your improv, that pulling that genius out, I still want to see you apply that to entrepreneurship. That is genius. I cannot do that. That is your zone of genius, right? You and Nicole. So I want to see you guys leveraging whatever your genius is and forgetting everything else. You do not need to be the Facebook ads specialist, copywriting specialist, marketing, messaging, branding, stop. You can find other people that can help you, that can, you can leverage each other's networks and do cross promotion, influencer strategy, all that sort of thing. But you need to operate in your zone of genius and solve, I know it's going to be hard for a lot of you guys, especially if you're creatives, the one thing. Yes, I'm going to tell you to niche. Yes, I'm going to tell you to focus. It doesn't mean that you're pigeonholed into this forever, but you cannot build an expert platform trying to be everything to everyone. I know it's really hard because especially with creatives, we are really good. We're like, we can do all these different things and we love to, you know, the idea of creation. and getting into that mode, but it's draining and it does not let you build what is an expert platform. And let me tell you guys, if you want to charge $25, $50, even $100,000 for your time, and I've got clients who are doing this, you gotta build an expert platform, okay? Because nobody is going to pay a $50,000 to you if you are a generalist. Nobody is going to pay a business coach who also does life coaching and virtual assistant services $50,000 for their time. What they will pay is someone who says, I am a leadership consultant and I work with 7-figure entrepreneurs to blah, 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 whatever it may be. That's expert, okay? So really, really important. If you can focus on the one thing, whether that's a niche or a sub niche or just really taking your genius and saying, this is the one thing I do, okay, then you can build an expert platform. So I want you guys to get clear right now. Write down the top 3 things that you are great at. Not that you're okay at, not that, hey, I learned how to build funnels and I can do it, but I don't really want to do this for people. That you're great at and that gives you energy, that lights you up. You're just like, oh man, if I could do this all day long and get paid for it, this would be the most incredible thing ever, right? That's what we want to do. We want to get you in your edge. So everybody got that? Give me some thumbs up if you've got it. You know your one thing, or you're brainstorming your one thing, because this is really important, guys. You got to be passionate about it. Entrepreneurship can be a grind. It's like highs, lows. You know, I'm sure you guys saw, I think it was Derek Halpern who has that really famous graphic of the life or the day in the life of an entrepreneur. Highs and lows. You got to be passionate about what you're doing. It's got to really light you up, okay? So you don't want to do things like, for me, I used to do done for you services. I was good at it. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to spend my time behind the scenes building someone else's business, putting together their launch strategy. It's like super draining. I want to light up. I want to teach. I want to, you know, work with someone and show them their potential. Like, that's my genius. I want to map out the strategy, right? All right, so focus on the one thing. Step number 2, again, we're trying to get to whatever that goal is in the next 30, 60, 90 days, 50,000, 100,000, $250,000, or like my client who says, my goal is 350,000 in 6 weeks. Love how ambitious he is. I know he's going to crush it, right? Step number 2, we got to get you credibility. The cool thing about credibility is you can start to build this really rapidly. Okay, you need credibility. This means that, like, you know you're awesome. Like, you know you're awesome, and your friends, they might know you're awesome, and even your clients, they know you're awesome, but does the world know you're awesome? We have to build your internet credibility. So Robert Garcia, I'm gonna have to tag all these amazing people after I'm done with this. He's really good. He's like, go Google my name and look, I've got so much credibility. That's what I wanna see for you guys. Because what's gonna happen is if you're trying to sell a $25,000 or $50,000 program, okay, what this person's probably going to do is they're going to go to the internet and be like, who is this chick? Or who is this guy? Oh, okay, yeah, I can see they were published here. They've been on these podcasts. I see that they've written these articles on their method, on their pathway. Like, okay, they have internet credibility. They're not just saying they're awesome. They're not just some slick salesperson. They actually have credibility. Guys, this is really important, okay? And the sooner you can start building this, the better. You need to, in my program, we use something called the credibility matrix, and it's the right combination of, like, social proof and third party, you know, publications and all these different things, so that you have massive amounts of credibility, because credibility, again, is necessary to be an expert. This means if you're somebody who's like, I'm just posting on Facebook, you're not credible, guys. I'm not talking about posting on Facebook. Guess what? Google doesn't index Facebook. So that amazing post, you know, no one's going to find it that's Googling it. So put it on your blog, put it on YouTube, you know, get it on LinkedIn, publish articles, all the different things, guys. But you need to have credibility, and you need to start working on this right now for the one thing that you're great at, not for the million other things. Okay, so get credible, because this makes it a hell of a lot easier to sell a $25,000 or $50,000 product. You guys got that? All right, so write down 3 or 4 things that you can do. Whoop! Dropping my eraser here. Woo! That you can do to generate more credibility in your business in the next 30 to 60, 90 days, okay? So the third thing, guys, this is huge. I want you to go high ticket. Not 3,000, not 5,000. I really want you to play at the 10,000, 25,000, 50, or $100,000 level. Because remember what we're talking about here. We're talking about getting to those big goals. And in order to get to those big goals, we want to have big programs that are offering a massive amount of transformation for someone. You're getting them a big win, and you can charge a premium price for it. You might be saying, Jessica, how do I charge, $25,000 for my time. Well, you start with the end in mind, just like your goals. You thought with the end in mind and we reverse engineer it. What is the big result that you're going to get them? Because let me tell you something, guys. If you are a relationship coach and you want to sell a $25,000 product, what's the big result that you're selling? Well, maybe you're stopping them from getting a divorce. Right? Anybody who knows, who's been through divorce, it costs a lot, not just the fees, but actually splitting up your assets. So if you're targeting seven-figure entrepreneurs and you're helping them prevent divorce, believe me, they're more than happy to pay you $25,000 to save their marriage than to lose $500,000 or more and go through the heartache of divorce, right? So big result. This is how you define your message, okay? This could also be, maybe you're in the business of sales. Okay, so your goal is, I want to help business owners to generate $100,000 on top of what they're doing, every month, right? That's a big result. If you're like, hey, give me 25 and I can give you 100, that's a no-brainer. Okay, guys, that's a no-brainer. Same thing if it's leads. If you know you can get somebody qualified leads, they're going to pay you a lot of money, especially if you're marketing to people that are selling a higher priced product, because they know the value of a lead is pretty high. Like a quality lead, if they're going to turn that into a high ticket product themselves, that's huge. So you guys need to think about big results, and a couple of things here to keep in mind, right? You need to have a name for your program. You need to have it tied to what are the results. Like when they work with you for whatever this process is, however long your program is, whether it's a VIP day or a year-long program, what is that expected outcome? What's the transformation? What are you guaranteeing them, right? What kind of results are you guaranteeing them? Because if you can show them, like, you give me this and I'm going to give you this result, they're going to throw money at you. Okay, so you need to really focus on what are the outcomes, okay, and get really, really, really clear on those. There's more that's in depth with the high ticket and the product and the pathway and everything. You need to have a clear strategy. I was just talking to someone the other day who paid $10,000 for a coaching program who didn't even show them how to create their product. They just showed them how to basically go into people's inboxes and strike up a conversation and get them on the phone and try to sell them. Well, of course, guess what? She wasn't getting any results. Why? She didn't have her product created. You got to have a killer product, guys. This is huge. You got to have a pathway. You got to have these big outcomes. You got to have a way that you can take this person from step A, B, C, D, getting them all the way to the result. And you want to have something that you can do over and over and over again, because when it comes to scaling your business, you're going to need to have a process. And again, we go back to the one thing. We don't want to be everything to everyone. That's going to get your energy and your mind all over the place. We want to have a process, a system where you're focused on that one result and you're getting it over and over and over again. Again, think about scalability. So again, the one thing. So I want you guys right now to map out what is like one offer that you can do. If you've already selling 10K product, I want you to pick a 25 or 50. If you're like, oh my God, Jessica, I've never sold more than 3K, start with a 10K product and start mapping out what's the one big result you're gonna get and what is the price point. And think about your end result, the goals that you wanna make. If it's $100,000, you need to sell 10K. If it's $100,000 and you have a 25K product, you need to sell 4. And if you got that, just type in the comment box, I got it, or give me some hearts. All right, guys, so we're operating in your edge, the one thing that you're great at. You're creating credibility rapidly over the next 30 days. You're going to create a high ticket product, focus on a big result, big expected outcome, and a high price tag that goes along with it. Okay, let me tell you guys a quick story about pricing and perception. Okay, we believe that the more we pay for something, the more valuable it is. Okay, the more we pay something, the more valuable it is. It's how you think, look at Lamborghinis with the red sole boots, people will drop thousands of dollars on them. Same thing, Louis Vuitton, people spend money, right? Same thing, it's a purse, but it has a higher perceived value. Okay, same thing, a friend of mine, he's a sales training. He went into small companies. He had this brilliant idea. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go into small businesses and I'm going to sell a half-day sales training. I'm going to go in there and just like give him my all, teach my heart out, and I'm going to charge him $500. And he went around small business after small business after small business, and guess what? Nobody bought from him. Why? Because they didn't take him seriously. Like, who is this guy charging $500 for 4 hours of his time? Okay, price and perception, guys. He went back, changed it to offer, 10x his prices to $5,000, and guess what? He sold them left and right and left and right. Okay, guys? 500 to 5,000. Same product, same person, same market. All he did was 10x the price, and guess what? He sold them over and over and over again because they took him seriously. So do not discount the power of raising your prices to immediately raise your value. I was telling a friend about a new offer I'll share with you guys at the end. First thing she said was, how much is that, 25,000? And I loved it. I was like, yes, that is awesome. No, it's not, but thank you. Because why? The perceived value of what I bring to the table and everything that I'm teaching is so much higher. That's what you want to create in your own business, guys. So make sure you have a high ticket product. Step 4, guys, you need leads. All right, this is the big one. Everybody wants leads, but we don't just want any leads. We don't want tire kickers, right? We want qualified leads, okay? We don't want to get on the phone with people who can't afford your services or who are literally like they can't even buy milk, right? We want people who are qualified leads, and there's this very specific way that you need to go about doing this. And I've done some trainings on this, so let me just give you like the 20,000 foot view. All right, we have this great blue ocean. We have enormous opportunity in the coaching and consulting world. I think they said the coaching industry is like $2 billion a year. Consulting industry is like $283 billion a year, right? Because we've got companies that have big budgets they're spending on this, which by the way, guys, you can market to companies. They have big budgets. We'll save that training for another day, okay? So we know the opportunity is huge, so why are you struggling? Because what's happened is everybody's friends with all these other coaches and everyone's just bloodying up the waters by constantly pitching and spamming, and you're all marketing to the same people. And most of you guys are marketing to people who are under $50,000 a year. And many of these people have full-time jobs. You don't even know it. They're not a full-time coach, and everybody's just giving each other bad advice and just taking like, you know, the little slim pickings of what's left in this industry. That's not what you want to do. Listen, there are people who are making 100,000, 200, 500,000, $1 million. These are people that come to me, have $1 million business. And they're like, Jessica, I want you to help me take it to the next level, right? There are plenty of those people out there. There are plenty of companies who are making 7 figures that need your help. They're freaking clueless when it comes to branding or online marketing or leadership or how to grow a sales team, okay? So think big, guys. All right, you need to find out who that perfect client is, and you need to find them, and they may not be where you're hanging out, and they may not be the people you're connected to right now. One of the first things they do when someone hires me is I say, stop listening to 90% of the coaches out there, right? You know, it's a lot of noise out there, and it's a lot of people giving bad advice. So just stop. That's not who you're, the market that you're playing with, and shift your energy over in this direction, because this is your target market. And guys, you don't need 100,000 followers. You don't even need 10,000 followers. You can have 500 or 1,000 people that love and adore you and have the money, and that's it. Like, you have a multi-million-dollar business, guys. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to forget all the people who you've been marketing to that can't afford your services, right? And it's a struggle just to get them to buy a $4.97 product. And we want to go and find, we want to find those people that can afford it, that are like, yeah, it's 25K. Yeah, no problem. Or I've had people say, oh yeah, that's reasonable, right? That's what you want. You want people who think 25,000 is reasonable, guys. That's who you want to market to, right? Because they see the value and you're getting them big results. They're not down here broke and struggling all the time. Qualified leads. Go to the blue ocean, right? Pull people into your network, your pond, right? Now you become this amazing person in a sea of people that are your perfect client, and every time you go and you hook that offer in there, you're going to catch a fish, okay? It's really, really important. We want qualified leads, so if you don't have this, make sure you're building your audience. This you can do even without ads. Ads can be used to scale, okay? So you got that. You're operating in your edge, creating credibility, right? You've got your high ticket product, 25K plus I'm recommending. You've got qualified leads. Let's talk about the last step, really important. You got to be able to close them, guys. Sales. Sales is a really key piece of the process. Now, let me tell you something. What's beautiful about these 5 steps is that when you're operating in your zone of genius, like, you're passionate, you're on fire. You're like, oh my God, this is what I do, right? So you're already going to walk into the conversation a lot more confident. Number 2, when you have that credibility, that means your reputation precedes you. Okay, so your reputation precedes you. They already see you as an expert. It makes the sales conversation a lot easier. You've already got your number 3, your high ticket product positioned to the right person at the right place at the right time. You've got your audience that like loves you, and not only are you just like dropping into their DM saying, you're just in time for my webinar, or here, let me pitch you my services before building a relationship with you. None of that stuff. These people have literally raised their hand and they've contacted you. They say, hey, listen, your stuff is awesome. How do I work with you? What's really beautiful about this is now instead of you going and being the hunter, you become the hunted, right? Every day people dropping in like, how can I get on the phone with you? I want to work with you. So, right? So this whole process becomes easy because when you get to the close, you're not pitching someone. There's no icky, salesy, pushy feeling. You're literally qualifying them. Do I want to work with them? Even if I can help them, like, do I like them? Do I want to spend time with them? Because this is a relationship, right? And then, you know, is it the kind of business that I really want to work with, that I feel aligned with? Do we share values? Okay, great. Everything feels aligned. Here's how it works. And that's it. There's no hard sell. There's no overcoming objections. There's none of that, guys. It's a very simple, like, here's what it takes. Yes. You know, and I promise you that when you have the other 4 steps aligned, these people are primed and they're ready. Like, they want to work with you guys. So the closing process doesn't have to require any NLP or any of that nonsense. You're not having to trick people. It's just like, hey, yeah, absolutely. I think we've got some synergy, and yeah, here's my offer. Here's what it looks like. Let's go create some magic together. And they say, great. How do I pay for that? And you start, and that's it, guys. And when you follow these 5 steps, I promise that you can massively elevate yourself as an expert. You know, you can extract that potential you have and turn it into a product that is just irresistible and that people will pay you a ridiculous sum of money for. And you can have not a huge network of people, but an intimate network of people that love you and tag like all their friends in your content. They're sharing it and they want to work with you. They want to, you know, be a part of your network. They want to be in your energy, and they absolutely see you as the person to help solve their problem, not the hundreds of other people in their news feed spamming them using some copy, but not really showing them that they actually are the expert. This process works, guys. And I promise you, if you focus on these 5 things, that you can easily generate, you know, $100,000 in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Really, there's no limit, guys. There's no limit to what you can do when you build an expert platform. So if you like this teaching, if you're like, oh my God, Jessica, I love this, then come and hang out with me in San Diego. I have a program called 100K in 90 days. It is a VIP mastermind retreat. Listen, guys, you're going to come. I rented an incredible beach house. This is something I do with my private clients. This is the first time I'm opening it up to the public. You get 4 nights, 3 days accommodations in a beach house. I've got a chef who can cater to vegan and vegetarianism and everything, and she's going to come in and cook all of our meals. I am going to take you guys zip lining through the Palomar Mountains, incredible in San Diego. I'm going to take you sunset sailing. If you haven't ever sailed in San Diego, it is world renowned for its sailing. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have some surprise experiences that I'm including. We're doing daily yoga. I'm getting you guys deep tissue massage, and that's all just the pampering. I'm also going to give you guys my best teaching and training. This is the highlight. We're going to deep dive into the trainings around how to do this on your own business, so you walk away with a 25K product, like armed in your arsenal, ready to sell. And let me tell you guys, James did almost $100,000 in just a month working with me. Dawn did $90,000 in 6 weeks. Terry did Dawn will cross the $100,000 mark actually, I think, this week, and so will James. He'll be doing probably another 100,000 just this week alone. Okay, Terry did $80,000 in 6 weeks. Lisa made more in 90 days working with me than she did in the entire last year combined. So I've basically taken these things that you get an hour of me each week, like my clients get, and I've condensed them into 3 days. So you get all of the best of me across 3 days. We walk out with your game plan. Guys, you can literally start selling right away. Okay, that's why it's called 100K in 90 days. It's a phenomenal program. I'm going to give you, anybody who's been in part of my programs, you know I give and give and give. I don't hold anything back. You'll get the recordings. You get all of that. Plus, you get to hang out. I mean, how many of you guys could use an incredible vacation in San Diego if you haven't been? It's one of the best cities in the nation. So you're going to get all that. We're going to hang out. You're going to get to mastermind with top entrepreneurs. Listen, guys, some people come out of these events doing 6 figures in collaboration opportunities alone. So just, they say your net worth is your network, right? So you're going to get to mastermind with all those. We're going to hang out. You're going to get all the training. I've also got a photographer there. You're going to get some brand new headshots. We have a beautiful beach house. You guys want to get some shots at the beach, you can get those too. You can go, hang out in the jacuzzi or go walk on the beach. Whatever you guys want to do. It's going to be an incredible experience. May 12th through 16th. If you guys want in, do me a favor, comment below and I will send you the link. Let's hop on a 15-minute call. I want to make sure you're the right fit, okay, for this program. I'm very protective of who's coming to this event because obviously we're going to spend a lot of time together and I want everybody to have a great time and the group energy to be aligned. So if this sounds like you and you're like, yes, Jessica, I am tired of playing small. I'm tired of trying to push, or make a 5,000 here and 10,000 here. Maybe I make 18,000 one month and then I don't make anything for 3 months. And I want to relax a little and I want to step back and create something that I can sell for 25K and then I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good for that month. Anything else is just gravy, right? Then you need to come to this event because I'm going to show you how to massively elevate everything. And we're not even worried about trying to hit the 100K mark in a year, right? We're going towards the 100K a month goal, right? But it starts here. It starts with your product, your positioning, your messaging, and massively upgrading yourself as an expert, all right? That's what we want to do. So if you like this, comment below. Do me a favor. If you know some people who've been on this hamster wheel and you're like, God, this is what they need, hit the share button, right? So they can at least get these 5 steps and understand that it's not about more output, right? It's about really going within and let's pull out that greatness and let's package it up and let's get it in front of the right people and get you selling it, guys. This is the foundation for building a multi-million-dollar business and I'm more than happy to take you there. All right, guys, I hope you have a blessed day. I'll be back with more live trainings again. Ciao.